singing To Me.
To you, at you.
You guys sounded great. Really loved it. It was an awkward walk to the stage just now because we were like, what are we playing for me? And what are we saying to me when I'm not there? But we figured it out. This is my concert, and this is my Q&A. So it's my concert. And you're welcome to ask questions or give requests or go to the bathroom or get some food or take a nap. Don't say aw, come on now. I take great pride in putting you to sleep and or giving you an opportunity to use the restroom because it's important. No, I am, who's never been to a Supernatural convention before? Okay, you've probably at this point had the chance to lean over to someone next to you and go, who's the big guy with the beard? My name's Jason Mans, and I was lucky enough to have a little bit of music on the show. And as most people in the biz, we call it, those of us in the biz, we call it the biz. Those of us in the biz, we know that if you get 20 seconds of one song on any TV show, that you get to play conventions for that TV show for 15 years. Little known loophole. And so I'm also buddies with these guys, and I'm really happy that I get the coolest job, which is to travel around, play music, host game shows, hang out with you guys. So whenever they ask me, I say yes. And occasionally, I come out and sing a song or two, or answer a question or two. So I'm gonna do a song first, and then I'll answer a question. And I feel bad because you're already standing there. Are you sure? A heart on the run keeps a hand on the gun. You can't trust anyone. And I was so sure what I needed was more. Tried to shoot out the sun. And days when we raged, we blew off the page. Such damage was done. But I made it through, 'cause somebody knew I was made for someone. So go leave your boots by the bed. We ain't leaving this room. Do someone needs magical help or the magnolias bloom? It's cold in this house and I ain't going out to chop wood. So cover me up, I know you're enough to use me for good. I put your faith to the test when I tore off your dress in Richmond all high. But I sobered up, yes, we're off that stuff forever this time. And the old lover's scene, I thought it'd be me, helped him get home. Home was a place, one that I'd never seen till you came along. So go hang your dress up to dry, we ain't leaving this room. To passing priest break open wide and the rivers run through. Carries this house on a stone like a piece of driftwood. So cover me up. I know you're enough to use me for good. You cover me up. I know you're enough to use me for good. You cover me up. I know you're enough to use me for good. Thank you. I didn't write that song. Just want to admit that to you all right now. I didn't write it. That was Jason Isbell, and you should look him up if you don't know him, because he's awesome. Hi. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. I'm sorry I made you stand there.
Nope, it's okay.
All right.
My name's Michelle, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Congratulations on all your success on the heist.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely wonderful.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So my question is...
I robbed a bank. It was a big cash day. That's what she's talking about.
My question is a follow-up from earlier. DJ had said that you smelled good, and he told us to come up to you and ask to let us smell you. And one, so it's a two-part question.
Okay.
One, what are you wearing? And two, can we smell you?
Listen, I have it's a multiple part answer.
You're not flustered, are
I'm
you?
wearing various things, none of which are scented. I wash myself thoroughly
That'd
with
be it.
soap
That'd be
and
it.
shampoo. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm not. It's really funny that that's a topic of conversation, and I feel like I'm level with you right now because we're in the trust tree, we're in the nest, right? You guys would never repeat anything I said on stage to anyone.
Never.
It's actually a ridiculously long story, but I will give you the short version. There is a bottle that I think was a gift, maybe, and it's been sitting on the counter in my bathroom for years, literally. In my bathroom, next to the sink, my wife has one of those fancy, like, marble little things that she has her things in. And I have like one razor that's hanging on for dear life in the corner, and the rest of it is her stuff. And after Christmas, we did the big clean out, you know, the big, like, go through all the stuff and get the right size clothes and do all that stuff. And so when we did the bathroom stuff, I was like, babe, how much of this stuff do you, like, point out what you need, and maybe we'll just, like, keep the rest of it, like, in a drawer very close to where this is right here. And she was like, well, I only use that. And I was like, well, why is all this other stuff in there? And she goes, that's all yours. And I was like, well, that explains why it's dusty. As I didn't know that any of it was mine, because it's like, it's fancy stuff. And so I didn't, you know, somebody gave it to me. And so I was like, oh, I thought that was perfume. She said, no, that's cologne, and it's your cologne. And I was like, oh, well, I will wear it. And it's literally the second day ever that I wore it was yesterday, and today we're having this conversation. So, quite a shocking turn of events. The second part of your question was, can we smell it? There's a lot of people in this room, and I don't know that would work, but you can, if you would like. Excuse us for a second.
It's fantastic.
Where were we? Hi.
Hi. I haven't seen you in forever.
It's been a minute. Good to see you.
Okay, so
Literal minute. She was at my man's cave 1 minute ago. That's why.
that was a long time
Yeah.
by COVID standards.
That's true.
Okay. I'm gonna man's cave. It's got to stay
She
Can't-
pleads
I
the
can't-
fifth.
Yeah, I can't say anything.
There's
So-
another Man's Cave tomorrow. Anybody wants to hang out and watch? And smell.
I happen to know that, like me, you are a bibliophile. And so if you could ask Samuel Clemens any question, what would it be?
Ooh, you're going deep. I would ask him what his favorite joke was. Bibliophile, lover of books, I'm sure all of you know that already. And Sam Clemens is Mark Twain, I'm sure you know that already. He's my favorite author. And he was also kind of like the first stand-up comedian, sort of. Like he would go around and like he'd read excerpts from his books, and he'd have like packed houses, and people would have uproarious laughter. And I think he was kind of like the first American stand-up comedian. So I think he was really funny. He just has a lot of quips. Like if you ever look up his quotes, he's got some really good ones. His definition of a classic novel is a novel that everyone wants to have read, but no one wants to read. It's just kind of a perfect definition of a classic novel. Anyway, yeah, I would ask him what his favorite joke or line that he ever wrote was. Thank you for the question.
Awesome. Will you sing Stand By Me?
Sure. You threw a twofer in there, huh? Getting your money's worth. I like it. When the night is come, land is dark, and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Ooh, stand now. Stand by me. If the sky we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Ooh, stand now. Stand by me. If ever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me? Oh, stand by me. Ooh, stand now. Stand by me. Hi,
Hi. Oh, it's my turn. Okay.
how are you?
I'm good. Jason, how are you?
Really good.
Good. I'm jealous of my BFF there.
Oh
I
yeah?
got to smell you, but you know, I'll sit next to her, so I'll get to smell you that way.
Okay. I'll give her a tighter hug next
There you
time
go.
so that yeah.
Please. I have a song request. I know you just sang a song right now, but I have a request if you could sing Night Moves. Please.
That is an excellent request. It's a wonderful song. I love it. The answer is no. I didn't bring like an iPad with like lyrics and stuff on it. So I really only sing stuff that I know well. But I appreciate the request. If you come to a man's cave, I will sing songs that I don't really know. I'll look them up and play them. I feel freer in front of, 10 people to make horrible mistakes than I do in front of a lot of people, some of whom don't know me yet. I want them to think that I do it right for a little while longer. But thank you very much for the request. I'm sorry, the answer's no. I hope you still like me. I still smell good. Okay, I do love the song, it's a good request. I have sung it before, but I just don't know it very well. Hi.
Hi, good afternoon, Jason. Just so that we can sort out the next 15 years of conventions, can you tell us what songs you would pick, either original or cover, to drop into either Walker, the Winchesters, or the Boys?
You're just gonna ask me to give away all my trade secrets in public like that, and just give them their soundtrack? No, I'm kidding. They have amazingly talented professional people who pick those songs at just the right time. Well, I'll say this. I would probably put my first album on, I'm just kidding. I've got 3 albums and you named 3 shows. So, I mean, that's 12 episodes each right there. No, I would, for the Winchesters, I would probably pick a lot of like, kind of swampy, like New Orleans vibe, classic rock, and probably do them in a different way, kind of a more of a new vibe. Like what if Billie Eilish covered Horse with No Name? You know what I mean? Like that kind of like trippy stuff that still has a tether to the past. Walker, I would probably go with just a lot of like Bon Jovi. For the parts where, it's high action and he's in the truck. And then maybe some Aerosmith for the love stuff. You know what I mean? And then for the Boys, golly, I mean, you could throw any artist, genre, name, anything into a bucket and just pick one out, and you would probably find somewhere to put it, because that show just has every imaginable influence, and it just seems like you could find a spot for anything from opera to rap to, polka in that show somewhere. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's my answer.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the question.
Another Monday morning, sea of grey winter coats, briefcases trudging to work, but somehow she just floats. Train doors slide open, stern faces piling. By the time they open, everybody's smiling. Streets light up wherever she goes. She don't know just how we flow. Streets light up wherever she goes. go. She doesn't know. Butterfly in the city. It might be October, where the man said the sky is gray. If you get to know her, she'll swear that it's May. Never sure just where she's going, it's clear just where she's been. Faces sees glow, every mouth has a grin. Streets light up wherever she goes. She don't know just how it flows. Streets light up wherever she goes. She doesn't know. Butterfly in the city. Body has a rainy day. She is no exception. When she gets down, she gives enough light. It all comes back in her direction. Streets light up wherever she goes. She don't know just how it flows. Streets light up wherever she goes. She doesn't know. Butterfly in the city. Butterfly in the city.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi. I am familiar with authors. I'm familiar with like artists with like drawing and stuff, but I don't know very many singer-songwriters, and so I'm curious about your process. Do you come up with the lyrics first? Do you come up with the tune first? What sparks an idea? Where do you get your ideas from?
Yes. The slightly longer but not so long answer is when you first start any creative endeavor, lightning strikes. You know, like you just get inspired and you try it, and if it works, then it's really fun, and you try it again, and if you get some good feedback, then you do it some more. And that's usually the process in the beginning. You just wait for lightning to strike, for, to have some epiphany or some creative light bulb that goes off, and then you're like, oh, I gotta write that down, and then you work feverishly on it until you're done. And that was how it was for me for a long time, and then I started getting hired by people to write music for film or TV projects, and obviously if someone's like, hey, I need you to write a song by next month, I can't sit and wait for creativity to strike. I tried it didn't work. And so then when it started to be more of a professional gig, then you start with, I think, the thing that comes easier to you. And so for me, the melody is always the easiest thing for me, because that was always what drew me to music. Like I loved Motown music because I loved the melodies and I loved their voices. And then secondarily to me came music and chord progression and all that kind of stuff. And so if I had an idea, it would start with melody. If I didn't, it would start with the music, because it's math, and music's a weird creative endeavor because there is essentially math. It's hidden, in scales and stuff that most musicians memorize and don't really think about it in that way. But you know, there's only certain things that work in certain keys, and so you have paths that you can try out and see if they work and if they feel good or not. So yeah, so if I was on a deadline and I had to just sit down and work, sometimes I would just start with a chord progression, because I'd say, oh, I know the song could be an E, and these are the other chords that work in that, so I could just make, you know, something. And then hopefully once the ball got rolling, then it would kind of, you know, spark the rest of my brain to get into gear and fill in the other parts. So to answer your question, yes, all of the above. Just kind of depends on the project. I don't feel like that probably helped you at all. Yeah. You should. All right. Well, I think you look like a great musician to me, so I don't know. Hi.
Hi. I have a question and a request.
Okay. Give me the request first, and by the request, I'll know whether to be kind or mean to you in the answer to your question.
Another number?
It's a very good request. What's your
Yeah.
question?
Is there anything going on at the Heist in the next future, close future, that I have to try to get off work for?
Oh, that's such a good question. The answer is yes. You should probably just move to Bowling Green, so you can go there every Friday and Saturday. So in case you don't know, when I grew up in Virginia, I moved to LA, worked mostly in music for about 15 years, and then moved back to Virginia about 5 years ago, and moved back to the teeny tiny town I grew up in, and we opened a little music venue called The Heist. And it's a really tiny restaurant, bar, music spot, and we have a really good time. We put on some fun events, and sorry, I was pitching the Heist, and the question was, oh, what's going on at the Heist? Ah, such a good tie-in. Actually, I'm bummed because, so every Friday and Saturday we have free music. So you can come get some dinner, have some drinks, listen to folks play some tunes, and there's no cover or anything. And then we're starting to have some more like ticketed events and shows. And so what's today, Friday? Yeah, last night we had our first ever songwriting circle night. So we got 4 songwriters from kind of the central Virginia area, three of whom have played at the Heist before. And they did like a little, songs in the round where they each kind of talked about their inspiration for writing a song and played the song and had a conversation. Just a very laid back, chill night. And I was super bummed to miss it, but I heard it went really well. There was a standing ovation and everybody was super happy. So I would say go to one of those. I think we're gonna make it a monthly thing. So that would be a good one to catch. Yeah, there you go.
Thanks.
Thank you. Such a good question. Hi.
Hi, Jason. So when I first started watching Supernatural, I was listening to...
Song?
Could I have just a second? If you could, I'm sorry. I know we were talking. I'm gonna be rude. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna cut you off mid-sentence and ask you to wait 3 minutes and 15 seconds, if you wouldn't mind. I apologize.
Sometimes you call me your baby. Sometimes you one to see it through. 3 o'clock in the morning, I'll be there for you. I'm the one to sing to you. Just another number that I wrote for you. I'm the one to see it through. 3 o'clock in the morning, I'll be there for you. I'm the one to sing to you. Just another number that I wrote for you. Wanna sell a million records, 'cause I don't think, hey, yeah, you heard this one. I don't care if no one knows my name. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, when the sun goes down, I promise you that I will be around. Never gonna have to worry about my love. Oh no, I'm the one to see it through. 3 o'clock in the morning, I'll be there for you. I'm the one to sing to you. Just another number that I wrote for you. I'm the one to see it through. 3 o'clock in the morning, I'll be there for you. I'm the one to sing to you. Just another number that I wrote for you.
Sorry, I tried to play it fast, so it wasn't a whole 3 minutes and 15
You can
seconds.
take all the time you need. It was worth listening to you probably more than to my questions. So.
I doubt it.
That was-
I have a feeling this is going to be the best question I've ever had in 15 years of conventions.
If you were a tree, what tree would you be?
16 now. This will be the 16th year. No pressure. And go.
Okay, so when I first started watching Supernatural, I was listening to a band called Brown Bird, and they had a lot of songs that were very like supernatural in origin, kind of. So things like Blood of Angels or Thunder and Lightning, and I automatically kind of associated those songs with some of the characters. I was wondering if there's any of your songs that you're just like, I associate this with a certain supernatural cast member or their character.
Yes. There was a song. So many years ago, I met Eric Kripke, and we got chatting about the show. And the show had been on not very long at all, and he said something about my music. He'd heard something, and long story short, he was like, "Well, give me your music. I'll put it on the show." And I said, I mean, thank you. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. I'm going to give you a CD. Here's the CD. That's how long ago it was. And so I gave him the CD, but I was like, look, listen, I sing love songs. And pretty much all of the stuff on this record is love songs. So when you get home and you listen to this, and then you go, this is not right for a show about 2 dudes shooting stuff and driving a muscle car, I'm not gonna be offended at all. And he kind of laughed and he was like, nah, we'll find something for it. And so then in episode 1 of season 4, when Dean comes back from hell and Sam has put the cutest little white iPod in Baby, and Dean is offended, and then he starts up the car, and this beautiful little voice comes out of the radio. That was my voice, and I really appreciated that moment, because I've had a ton. I've been, blessed to have a ton of music on a ton of TV shows, and it's usually like, hey, at minute 37 and a half, turn it up really, really loud and try not to listen to the characters because there's a guy with a boombox in the background playing my song. You can't, it has absolutely nothing to do with the show. and it could have been, you know, anything in the background. So to be like in the world, you know what I mean? Like to have the characters reference the song. Now, granted, one of them hated it, but but that's not important. This is that song.
See the way he looks at you through the crowd. You rise here, you wanna take him somewhere where it's not so loud. And I see everyone else just disappear. And it's just you and him with the silence speaks so clear. And you're the only one he sees, and you're the only one he needs, but you're the only one for me. I look into the room, but all I see is you. You know I'm not complaining because it's a beautiful view, one that I've seen in my mind for so long, one that stays with me even when you're gone. And you're the only one I see, and you're the only one I need, and you're the only one for me. Yeah, yeah. I look into the room, but all I see is you. You know I'm not complaining because it's a beautiful view. Yeah, yeah,
Thank you. Hi,
Hi, Jason.
how are you?
So you've sung songs, you wrote songs, and you've done covers.
You can't hear over
I
there.
won't press it.
So my question is, what was your favorite cover to do?
That one changes. It depends. I love that Jason Isbell song I sang earlier. I love Motown stuff. This is one of my favorites. Do you want me to play it? Yes. Okay. Just out of curiosity, you doing okay?
My name's Mary.
Mary? Nice to meet you, Mary. We tried.
People say I'm the life of the party goes. I tell a joke or two. Although I might be laughing loud and hard, deep inside I'm blue. So take a good look at my face. You see my smile looks out of place. If you look closer, it's easy to trace the tracks of my tears. Since you left me, if you see me with another girl, looks like we're having fun. Oh, substitute, 'cause you're the permanent one. So take a good look at my face. You see my smile looks out of place. If you look closer, it's easy to trace the tracks of my tears. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Do 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 do. When people get ready, there's a train coming. You don't need no ticket, you just get on board. All you need is faith to hear the diesels humming. You don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Do 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 do. When Cupid, draw back your bow and let your arrow go straight to my love's heart for me. Cupid, please hear my cry and let your arrow fly straight to my love's heart for me. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Do 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 do.
That was well done, fellas. That was smooth. And can I just tell you what I think happened backstage? And you guys tell me if I'm wrong. You guys were like, well, the next song, we'll wait till the next, this one's really slow, we'll wait till the next song, and then we'll go on there and play it with him. And then I started playing that song, and you were like, it's so slow. True? No.
No. I was basically back there. We were like, well, how much longer does he have? A couple minutes. And Billy was like, oh, let's just go up. And I was like, well, if there's a shaker and a tambourine, I'll just start playing from back here.
Oh, it's perfect. I love it. I love it. Y'all sounded real good. Thank you. Sorry we didn't have time for your question, but no, you may not smell me again. Ladies and gentlemen, our next two guests